Hello YouTube, welcome to Prison Architect. This is number 1 of how to Prison Architect. I show you how to play a game. Most specifically this one at this moment. So, this is the prison I have been working on. We are going to create something like this during this period. Most of it will be off camera until I have went over something I haven't talked about. So let's get started. So when you start off in Prison Architect, you will be given a small prison lot or whatever you want to call it at the beginning. You do not want that, so hit escape or go to the top left here and hit main menu and go to create a new prison. In here you can change it from small, medium, or large. I'm going to go with large because that's what I'm used to, and I believe it kind of saves you a little bit money. So if you don't want to see what's in your prison, so let me go to mine. Like this, you have black spots around your prison unless you have CTC monitors or guards around the place. If you like it this way, leave fog of war on. If you don't, take it off if you so please. Generate forest might come in handy later. Generate lakes, buildings not so useful, lakes not so useful. They just take off your land that you can build if you want them, turn them on if you want. Buildings lay halves, pieces of brick wall places, and flooring places, not very useful. Failure conditions, that covers like let's say you ran out of money for bankruptcy, you can fail on that. You can fail on too many prisoners being killed on a single day of prison, or on a single day, stuff like that. And then gangs, these will have I don't really know, I haven't played with that, so I'm going to turn that on because I want to play with it. Unlimited funds, don't turn that on unless you just want a sandbox kind of game to test your prisons on or something like that. If you do unlimited money, you might want to turn failure conditions off, as in you will be in debt really quickly and then sent to your own prison, I believe. Or you might just fail. I don't remember which one. Okay, so this is your lot. If you pick the medium one, it will be slightly smaller, and then if you stay with the small one, then it will be fairly small, obviously. Okay, so in your top left you have your to-do list. You have your CEO's letter, which you can read. I'm not going to. And then you have your prison intake. We'll come back to that later. Also up here you have your bureaucracy, your prison grading, and your main menu button. Up here you have day 1, or how many days have went through. The bank balance, how much money you have, and then your daily cash flow, how much money you're making. Other ones will pop up that I will explain later. On your top right you have your clock, your regime, what's happening at this very moment in time, and your time acceleration. Down on your bottom you have foundations, materials, rooms, objects, staff, utilities, deployment, which is locked out, logistics, which is also locked out, and then intelligence, which is also locked out. We also have emergencies, which has paramedics, fire, and riot police. We also have clone, and then planning. Clone is also locked out. Over on your right you have shakedown, lockdown, bang up. Bang up sends every prisoner, except for the ones that are rioting or just don't agree with you, back into their prison, or back to their cell. Lockdown, lockdowns every single door in your prison. And shakedown shakes down all the beds or cells and prisoners. In your report you have staff, prisoners, intake, jobs, needs, regime, policy, grants, programs, and then finance and valuation. That's pretty much all you need to know. There's another thing you need to do. I take some time doing my prisoners, my first prison. So what I like to do is just say no prisoners. I don't want them at this time. That will also change your to-do list up here. Your prison is closed, which means you're not taking any prisoners. Okay. So now that we have that done, we're going to start planning out a prison. I build my prisons outside. It's just how I have done them in the past. So we are going to do something like so. I don't know why I'm doing this way, but just kind of felt like it. And then something like so. Okay, so this is the perimeter for my outside kind of prison. So in our top left, we're going to have pretty much that as some kind of entryway for our canteen. More specifically, my kitchen in my canteen. No, we won't do that right now. So that's how big as your canteen and your kitchen needs to be, maybe even bigger. We're gonna have a 2-door wide entryway for the canteen, because if you get a lot of prisoners crammed up, it just slows them down and they might not get to eat. And the bottom right, we're going to have actually on the top right over here, we're going to have visitation. We're going to do it up here. I'll tell you in a minute. Also going to have a door that way and over here. So now that's done, the canteen is done. Well, not done, but planning them out is done. Down here we'll have a common room, something like so. Attached to it we will have, no, let's not do that. The shower will be over here. Like so. 14 by 18. Let me check if that's right first. It's not totally right, but it will do. Because that means we can have a 2-door entrance, which we need. So if you want to do something like that, then do an 18 by 14 or 14 by 18, whatever way it goes, area. My whole prison, in case you're wondering, is 46 by 54, so I didn't mean to do that. If you want to copy this type of prison and copy exactly what I do, there you go. How I make my cell blocks are like so, which brings out a little problem in my design here. I guess we're just gonna have to do with that. Well, maybe we'll do that. Yeah, let's just do that. Well, even better, let's move it over here. Like so. Okay, so now we have that done. So we have visitation, canteen, kitchen, common room, shower. This will be our yard. A little bit down here. Like so. And this is some extra space if I forget something, which I might have done. Oh, that reminds me. We are going to need some extra rooms down here. Down here will be where our offices are. Okay, and over here we're going to have another room, a 7x7. That will be our power. Over here will be our water. Okay, so we have pretty much everything we have planned out. There are two materials you can use for this. We can since I'm building outside, I can use the perimeter wall or the fence. I can also use a brick wall, but that doesn't look good because it will connect to all these other buildings. Same as a fence that will connect to brick wall too. Perimeter wall costs a lot of money, as you can see, to $200 per square, which is each block of these. So, I believe down here I'm just going to have fence because no prisoners will be going out here. So as you can see, we have 998, negative $3,552, which is kind of bad. But if you click on this or go down to your reports, you can, it's probably somewhere else, and click grants. You can pick a grant. Ignore most of these. I need to remember to get rid of that mod. That one's a little bit of cheating. I remember that only being $1,000. Okay. So we're gonna need to get the basic detention center or center, whatever it is, grant. Keep in mind you can only have 2 grants, so keep in mind that you might want to make them good ones. So, speed up the time because we're going to be planning out other stuff. Like so. So this will be a room like so. Don't do that. Okay, there we go. So we'll be doing that. Connected to that will be the canteen. Don't do that. There we go. Staff. And then I'll put that door in later. Okay. So they're working on this. We are going to have fence around this. Not there though. And then a jail door. A large jail door there. We don't need the visitation right now, so we're going to leave that spot up there open. The common room we do need, so we're going to plan that out. We're going to have let's have a jail door. So now we're getting us started here. We also need, obviously, the cell block. So we're gonna need to get that done. And just put a regular door in there. Don't worry, I'll explain later. And I just remembered something. We need a holding cell. So I think what I can do is have a path like so that would spread up to the top with this path. So we're gonna do that. And then over here, probably in the top right, the top left, sorry, we're gonna have another room with a jail door. So you get 2 free things. Oh, that reminds me, we're gonna have to build this stuff too. Fantastic. We're gonna have a large jail door going like that. Door like that. Like that. Like that. Like that. Like that. Okay. We're gonna lock this jail door open because we don't really need it right now. And other sense, we're going to dismantle all these trees because they're just in a progression way. They're just in our way, not doing anything good for us. Okay, the buildings are complete. Well, not the furnishing of them, but the structure of them are complete. Notice all the light boxes, well, boxes of light in them. I don't like how the game places the lights, except this one. This one was quite good. I was gonna leave it, but I just lost my train of thought, I guess. For example, that light right there in a door that I missed. Okay, so what we need to do first is get our power station up and running. You get one capacitor to begin with. We're gonna buy a couple more, and we're going to get whatever that thing's called, the thing. We're going to run a big pipe up here, over there, up there, over here, down here, down here, down here, and like so. Also, how I build my cell blocks, we're going to do that. So that's that done. Our power, which needs to be connected to that. Actually, we're just going to do this. We're going to go right next to it. We're going to go up, go right, go into the kitchen, canteen. We're going to do that one later, and then down for the common room. Up all the way for, well, not up all the way, just most of the way. For that, up for this, and down for the shower. All the pipes will connect itself properly once they are put in, so we don't have to worry about anything like that. Water is on. The bar you see left of the power station, that is how much power it has left, so it has quite a lot. You can have a total of pretty much surrounding the prison power station once of capacitors, which will raise the whatever you call this stupid thing. The lower the bar, raise the amount of power it can dispute. So now we're gonna place our 39 lights. So I'm just gonna place these back because I don't mind how they did that. And then here we have there. You don't need as many lights. I just do that because I don't really know why I do that. That's good. Oh, we don't even have a shower built yet. I didn't even notice that. We're going to construct this and put a jail door in. We're going to dismantle that door, dismantle that door for later use, and because we don't need a. That's quite concerning. We're gonna put a normal door there, and then when I build that, we will be doing something else. Okay, so the office is done, so let's construct these walls that I have planned out here, and put desk. Well, let's actually name them first. So you have your rooms, which has many things. We will be getting to them shortly. So our first one is office. Which we're gonna need a couple of them. When you have a room like this, it hovers over what you need. So we're gonna need some desk. We're gonna need some chairs. We're gonna need. We don't need that. We already have that one. We're gonna need some filing cabinets. And then there we go. that's the officers done. Shower is done, which means we have some light placing to do. Well, at least I do. If the lights don't bother you, then you don't have to do this, but they bother me, so I'm doing it. The reason for these walls, I'll explain in a bit. The reason for all this wood, I'll explain now. And the reason why I said to have forest is because that gives you trees. And in the beginning, if you don't have enough money, you can sell the wood for some amount of money. I believe it's like it's 100 for 2 logs, so depending on how many trees you have, depends on how much money you get. Obviously. So we have that done. We have that all lit up. That's not lit up. It's lit up now. Okay, so next is probably going to be this room. So we're gonna need a wall like that, and we're gonna need to have a staff door like that. We're gonna name this kitchen, so it's easier to find all the stuff we need. Okay, so we're gonna need a cooker. We're gonna get 2. We're gonna need to get a sink. We get 1. We don't need a bin, but I'm gonna buy a bin. And we need some fridge. We're gonna get 2. That's our kitchen done. Over in our canteen, we're going to need to get a serving table and some tables and benches. So we're going to do something like this. And like that. That's all we're going to need for now, except for our serving table. We're gonna put some bins around the place as well down here. We're gonna put it, and that's disgusting. We're gonna put it in this corner. Okay, that's our kitchen done and canteen. We're gonna dismantle that door for now and replace it. For now, we're going to work on this room. So for your cell block, you're going to need to do this. I'm going to plan out. You need to, at least how I make my prisoners cell blocks, you need to do this. So that will be where our walls go. So the starting prisoners you get are 8. So that's 2, 4, 6. And then 8. So this is how much we're going to do for now. We will continue this once we have a little bit more money. So our pipes are here, so we're going to do this. I usually put my toilet on the top. That's why I'm putting these on the top. If you want your toilets on the bottom, put the pipes on the bottom. I also recommend doing this before you get doors because it's just hassle. Okay, so now we're going to place our toilets. And now our beds. Like so. Now how I make these, I make them double wide doors. Or double jail doors. The reason I do this is because it provides less confusion in trying to get into the cell and for the guards to get the stupid prisoners out of the cell. We're also going to put a metal detector there. We're going to connect that like so. You gotta be kidding me right now. Okay. So now that we have that, we can name these cells. Now another bar comes up on the top, as you can see. Prisoners. This is how many prisoners you can get, or the capacity of your prisoners. The left one, well, the right one is how many prisoners you can hold. The left one is how many prisoners you actually have. Of course. Okay, so we're also going to get administrator as well. So we're going to need a warden. That warden opens up Proxy for us. We're going to need financing. He's going to research. Keep in mind to save $1,000 so you can buy the accountant. Just keep that in mind. In your shower, we're going to need some shower heads. At first, you're just going to want 8. So that's 5, 6, 7, 8. I recommend leaving a space between because that provides the prisoners less space for them to stab each other. There we go, that is done. We're going to remove the planning for that because I thought that would go, but it didn't. In the shower, you're obviously going to want drains. You don't need a whole bunch of drains. The most you need is probably just that. I also put some in the front of the door as well. Don't put them in the door because then the door won't shut unless they fix that. I don't remember if they have or not. If you hover over your Proxy tab, you will see the percentage of the finance or the research you are doing, how much it has finished. We are going to put this as a shower, this as a yarn, and this as a holding cell. The holding cell requires a bench, and a toilet. I made the holding cell a little bit too big, but that's kind of fine, because I might move the holding cell some other place once I have some more money and other reasons. What am I doing here? No, go away! Why won't you close? This game is in alpha, so you might get some bugs, obviously. Be right back. Okay, saving the game worked, so just do that if your rooms doesn't close automatically. Saving the game evidently helps that. I don't really know why. Okay, so Proxy Finance is complete, so we're going to hire our accountant. Our accountant is done, and so is our contract, or grant, whatever you want to call it. There we go. We don't need that wall, or that. Okay. So, at this point, we can probably say, I want some prisoners. So let's go to the intake tab, and say, I want some men, and a little bit, not all, it's around 8, there we go. Some men and med. So, the difference of category. MinSec are less prone to do stupid things like attack guards and stuff like that. MedSec, they are able to, but it's not uncommon, but common at the same time. Does that make sense? Max, those like to kill people. Okay, so all we need to do now is guards and chefs. But we need a common room for the prisoners to relax in. So they just really need pool tables. But I like to throw some benches in there. Benches and TVs. You don't need to have the TVs in front, they just stand on the TV to watch it. Which is kind of bizarre, but whatever. Build a pipe. Build the stupid pipe. So now it's just waiting. And wait, we shall. So that's how you plan out your prison. And construct your prison. This is one of the many prisons you can probably make in your beginning game without mods. Need help with anything or having trouble building your prison? Leave a comment below and I'll help you. But if you're not, stay tuned for next episode where we will cover pretty much the basics of prisoners. So I'll see you soon.